Welcome to video 2 of the CEO Mind Preparation video series, so you can show up as a true leader in the 30-day challenge. So in this video, we're going to talk about rhythm. So if you listen to a song, you can find its beat, right? Well, the same is true for our daily lives. We have a routine. And so it's really important that we find our own rhythm when it comes to showing up to do the work in the 30-day challenge. And so in one of these videos, you're going to hear me talk more about scheduling and the importance of setting times on a calendar to tell you when you're going to do something. But these things should also be in line with the natural rhythm of your day. So for example, I really live with the sun. Once the afternoon comes around, I start to feel very tired. And so I know that my best productivity is in the morning. So I take time in the morning for the tasks that I don't enjoy. Okay, so things that are difficult or things that I just don't like doing, I do those things in the morning. And ideally, those things are going to be outsourced, so I won't have to do them much longer. And keep that in mind for yourself too. But so think about, so when you're showing up to do the work in the 30-day challenge, think about what comes to you naturally. When do you feel energized? You know your work schedule, you know your obligations. What times work best for you to come into the 30-day challenge portal and work on your business? This could be in 30-minute increments or 1-hour increments, Monday through Friday. Make a schedule for yourself of when it is realistic to commit to work on it. And it's not about the amount of time, it's really about consistency, taking the effort and making the habits to show up in the same way, right? Confidently, calmly, with no expectations, and just showing up to learn and showing up at the same time. So giving yourself a predictable schedule will help your body get in the rhythm. And predictability is super, super, super important, and cannot stress that enough, because we're never going to stay motivated. And so this is where discipline comes in. So the clock is really good for that. The clock helps us stay disciplined, because once a certain time comes around, we set our alarms on our phones, we set our calendars, and the calendar reminds us too. And they tell us, oh, it's that time. Okay. That way our emotions can't dictate what we're going to work on. So if you find yourself getting pulled away from things or feeling like you can't focus, it could be that you just lack discipline. And so this is 30-day challenge is really going to help, because you're going to have specific things to work on. So you're going to know what to do. You're going to know what to work on. And it's up to you to say, okay, I'm going to work on it at this time, and just keep showing up until it's done. So that's a tip for that. That's a hack that CEOs really embody every day, is living with the natural rhythm and not resisting it. So if you're not a morning person, don't force yourself to wake up early. I recommend really honoring your body, honoring your natural rhythm. And our rhythms may also change with the demands outside of our business. So for example, some days, my days around my home with construction and cleaning up things we did not expect to clean, like with animals or something, we can't we can't foresee everything we need to do in a day. So if something, it comes unexpectedly that has to take me away from my business, I reprioritize and I reshift, and I let myself be okay with that. I may be angry at first, but I'm learning that if I am to stay in my power, it's accepting whatever came, whatever is calling me, my attention away from my business, and saying, okay, it's okay. I still have time. Time is all I have. So I'm just going to get back to this later. And being really gracious and really compassionate with myself. That is super important, to be really gracious and compassionate with yourself. Okay. So stay in your natural rhythm. Know what works for you, know what doesn't work for you. Trust your body above all, and really leverage that natural uh, rhythm inside of you. And of course, what's going to help you optimize your natural rhythm is really taking care of yourself, being really good about the foods you eat. I stopped drinking coffee recently. I drink green tea. I feel a million times better. I feel less anxious. Um, and just be diligent. What you want, what what you need to embody to put in the work for your business, because it's a lot of mental work. Okay, it's going to be a lot of cognitive labor up here. So you don't want to feel drained. You don't want to feel like a crash. So sugars, um, coffee at certain times of the day where it might spike your anxiety. We don't want that. I find what helps me is lots of greens, lots of protein juices, and if because it's winter, I know I have to eat differently. I have to eat like hearty meals, stews, and soups. But light meals too are really important when you're working on your business, because your body has to take energy and use it to break down food. So I find when I eat lighter, I think better and I'm able to be more in tune and less tired. So that's another thing to keep in mind too. As you notice your natural rhythm, pay attention to the patterns you see around food, and is it a natural rhythm or a reaction to something you're eating or drinking. So really be mindful of that, because your business is completely reliant on not just your mind, but your whole self, how you show up. So this is definitely something that leaders have to keep in mind, especially as they're growing a team, because everything they're putting into their business and into their teammates is going to be reflected back to them. So we want to put in optimism. We want to put in uh, and enthusiasm and excitement, and we can't be excited and enthusiastic all the time, but we want to feel good about what we're doing. So the best way to feel good is to eat well and to pay attention to your natural rhythm, to make sure you're getting enough rest. So just pay attention to this. Try to establish your natural rhythm and the time before the 30-day challenge. And, we'll check in when the 30-day challenge starts too, to see how that's working for you. So thanks for watching this video, and I'm cheering you on.